question that we get all the time is how do you deal with the fear and the anxiety that your loved one is not going to stay sober? If you're new here, I'm a recovered addict and alcoholic. I've been sober for over a decade. My wife and I have been together for over 20 years. Probably my favorite quote of all time is by Mark Twain. He said, "I've lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened." That sums me up perfectly. I boil fear down into 3 categories. Fear that I'm not going to get something I want, fear that I'm going to lose something I have, and general fear of the unknown. And I apply these things all the time. I lived my life in fear for as long as I can remember. I felt like worrying about things was going to give me better ideas as to how to handle it if it actually did go wrong. And to some degree, there's some truth to that. But for the most part, I was just making myself miserable. I was causing myself unneeded and undue stress. It didn't get me anything. So let's think about it practically for a moment. If you're here watching this, technically you're undefeated in dealing with the worst things that life could throw at you because you're here. The sun came up, you were able to laugh, you were able to find a bright spot, and everything is okay. While everyone wants their marriage to work, and I understand why, yeah, you've got a lot of time committed to this thing. You love this person. You see the best in them. I think everyone sees like my story, my wife's story, and they want that. And I understand why, but it didn't have anything to do with her. I had to do the work. There was no amount of worrying or stressing or wanting that she could have done that was going to make me get down in the ditch and do that work. I had to do the work. So I think the most beneficial thing for spouses and partners to do is to empower themselves and find out what their recovery journey looks like. Because when you're empowered, it won't matter what that other person does. It truly won't. You will want things to work out, but you will know that you'll be okay if they don't. So just like Mark Twain said, fearing something that hasn't happened yet is doubly bad, because if that bad thing actually does happen, we've not only experienced the bad thing, but we had months, if not years, of anxiety leading up to it. When the opposite, if we just take things as they come without the fear, without the anxiety, which I know is tough to do, but if we can manage to do that, then we just take life as it comes. We deal with bad things when they happen, if they happen. And if you haven't already, please check out our podcast. It's called Till the Wheels Fall Off, and you can find it by clicking the link in our profile.